Very good.
So here we go. Thanks for joining. And for those of you that are listening to the replay, I'm really excited. I know that some of you might be at your 9 to 5 jobs right now, but we're going to get you out of those jobs and get you into a thriving staging business. So, this topic is leaving your 9 to 5 to making the leap into home staging entrepreneurship. It's funny, they're not, the slides aren't moving forward. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, this is what we're going to cover today. We're going to talk about mindset mastery. This, as a coach, is one of the most important things that you can work on always as a coach and as a human, because mindset affects everything. And I'm going to go into a little bit of depth on that because, especially when you're starting your business, you're going to have a lot of the saboteurs that come up and tell you why you can't do, be, or have what you want. So I want you to start thinking about that because when it gets hard, it's ever more important. And mindset is important for anything, for pricing, for showing up, for being visible, for not making failure mean anything. And we're going to talk about cultivating the CEO within because right now you're coming from the employee mindset, which is a little bit different. I'm also going to lay the foundation for essential business assets. This is the boring stuff, the things that you have to do in order to set up your business. But hopefully, this will give you sort of a checklist so that you say, okay, checked this part off, check that part off, and you can get into the meaty stuff of growing your business. I'm also going to talk to you about market intelligence. I want you to understand what your competition is, not in a way like, I'm going to beat the competition, but I always say, challenge myself to do or be better. And so understanding what your competition is offering, pricing, all of that helps you understand where you might want to position yourself in the market right from the get go so that you stand out. And I want you to stand out right away. We're going to talk about client clarity. I know you've heard a million times why it's important to define your ideal client, but the real reason it's so important to understand who your ideal client or clients are, because stagers have different ideal clients. Maybe it's a specific kind of builder or a specific kind of real estate agents. The reason why it's so important to dial that in is because it makes your marketing and messaging so much more effective and ultimately the way that you sell your services without feeling salesy, giving them what they want because you understand on a deep level what they really want, what drives them, and how you can um, help them with that. We're going to talk about crafting compelling services because you want your packages to be really dialed in. It's so easy to have a bunch of different packages because you want to do everything, but it's important when you're starting your business to really dial in on a few. And that doesn't mean, by the way, that you won't get other jobs. I started my staging business in 2005, just offering consults, and it led to all kinds of jobs through the years: luxury home staging, model homes, design jobs, um, occupied, every kind of job, because I built a relationship with the real estate agents and they referred me. So offering, I have a client who just wants to do occupied and she keeps getting calls for vacant. So because you focus on certain aspects of your staging business model, doesn't mean you won't get offered other jobs as well. I also want to start from the get go, having you at least think about what your unique staging style is. The longer I've been in business, and it's been 20 years so far, the more I see that with other stagers, and the trend being that stagers are really developing their own unique style, and it's really part of their brand and it makes them stand out. Now, when I started staging, everybody was kind of vanilla. We had that Ethan Allen kind of matching sets kind of thing, and everything was very plain. It was all about the house. Now I see more personality coming into staging, and I say, really? really shine a light on that and who you are. And all of that is part of your brand. And what is your staging and how is it different than other stages in your area? I think it definitely will set you apart. And you can still be marketing and packaging the house with that ideal buyer in mind. We're going to talk about a financial blueprint to help you plan for profitability. It's so important right from the beginning. And I see this with stagers that have been in the business for a long time. They don't know their numbers. And it's really important to understand right from the beginning how to be profitable. Otherwise, it's just a hobby. Let's talk about also timing the transition from employee to entrepreneur. It's scary, right? And I think that you wanna lay down the foundation for feeling good about it, and you're still gonna be nervous when you do it perhaps, but setting things up so that you feel as though you have an empowered mindset, you've set things up in your business, you've done the homework, and, when you make the transition, I want it to feel like it's a relief that you're finally doing what you have dreamt about doing.